has cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350. Now, what am I supposed to do? So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration and all this shit, whatever, that all these cuts and whatever he's doing over there, now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this. Well, I literally got 5 kids. Okay, I'm trying to sit here and spend time with them. I'm not trying to go work, 50, 60 hours a week so I can pay bills. I just really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more. I'm done with that guy. I'm not. If he gets voted in again, I'm leaving this country because I'm not dealing with this no more. This is all shit.
I just want to make this clear. If you voted for Trump in 2016, 2020, or 2024, fuck out my face. And I mean that in the most disrespectful way possible. There's so many people that voted for Trump in either of those times and are now regretting it. They're apologizing. They want sympathy. They want us to just forgive them for getting us into this situation in the first place. And let me tell you, it's not working over here. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I will never forgive anybody for voting for him. When it comes to him, it wasn't a Democrat or Republican choice. It was between right and wrong. I don't even care if you voted for him in 2016 and voted Democrat 2020, 2024. You still voted for him at one point. So I still will never forgive you for that. And it's like so many people are like, oh, I see the light now. I see the error of my ways. It's too late. You should have already saw it when we told you. You're trying to just clear your conscience, but at the end of the day, you have to live with the decision that you made, and I hope you feel like shit.
MAGA voters are having a meltdown after Trump cuts their food stamps. Like the guy in the first video, he's complaining about having to go to work after Trump cuts his food stamps. But I thought MAGA was against government handouts and welfare. I thought they were all about pulling yourselves up by your bootstraps. So maybe they should do that and get a job and stop complaining, because others who are not white, when they're the ones needing food stamps, MAGA calls them welfare queens. But the truth is that MAGA are the ones who are the real welfare queens, because the biggest recipients of food stamps are actually poor rural white MAGAs. They're the real welfare queens. It's not minorities, okay? MAGAs are the real welfare queens, but they like to pretend that they're not, because their whiteness is what makes them special. So when they need something because they're white, they think it's okay for them. But when others who are not white need something, MAGA is like, ooh, you welfare queen. See, that's MAGA's hypocrisy. And the guy, notice how now he's starting to regret his vote after he's personally affected. He didn't care when it was happening to others. He didn't care when it was happening to minorities. But when his food stamps are being reduced, now he's starting to regret his votes and become sorry for voting for Trump. No, MAGA, no. You don't get any sympathy from us because we warned you. We told you this was going to happen, but you still voted for him because you wanted to own the libs. You wanted to stick it to us. You wanted to stick it to minorities. So now you don't get any empathy from us. Sorry, MAGA, but you played yourself, and now you're finding out what it means to have voted for Trump. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you're enjoying this type of content, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to hit the notification bell. We're still a small channel that's growing, and your help matters a lot. Thank you so much for watching.
They literally cut my food stamp card off. Zero balance. They took everything. So I told my husband, and he says to me, as I'm crying, and he says to me, well, maybe you'll lose some weight now. God, why did I vote for him? I didn't know this was going to happen.
The reason I don't much
even give a crap about the whole regretful Trump nonsense is because not one of them is regretful because of something that happened to somebody not immediately connected to them. They only care now that it touches them or someone that they can reach out and touch. They have no empathy for anybody outside of that, and their brains are too simple-minded to comprehend anything outside of something that they can touch. They only give a shit because it now hurts them. So they can go to hell.
It's gonna let kids starve in Alabama. Did I hear that right? Women and children in Alabama may not eat because the state is about to run out of food assistance funding. This is what I don't understand. Government always has money for wars, for tax cuts, for some billionaire's pet project. But when it comes to feeding family, suddenly the wallet kind of just snaps shut. We're talking about women and children and babies. People who actually need food to live. And Alabama is basically saying, good luck, I hope you're not hungry. And it's not just irresponsible, it's cruel. And all of this goes back to Republican Congress, right? Because they're not showing up to do their jobs. So by proxy, women and children are going to suffer and starve. Don't forget, these same politicians swear up and down they're for the people, they're pro-people and pro-family, pro-baby. That only counts when they're talking about people. You know, the people that are corporations, those people. Because when it's time to feed actual families, the compassion dries up real quick. Government is supposed to work for the people. But right now, it looks like the people are just working to survive while government plays favorites with billionaires. And if you're not mad about it, you should be. Because today it's Alabama. Tomorrow it could be your state. It's gonna let
million women and children are at risk of going hungry because of this fucking government shutdown. They have 2 weeks left in their funding for WIC. 1.5 million left, and that's only going to last them 2 weeks to feed women and children on WIC. This program provides food and nutrition for pregnant moms, breastfeeding moms, and newborn babies. So if they don't open the government in the next 2 weeks, then WIC is not going to have any funding to provide any type of food and nutrition for moms and new babies. And then SNAP is going to be next. They only have enough funding for SNAP till the end of November. So Mike Johnson and you fucking Republicans need to stop fucking playing with our lives and open the fucking government and negotiate with the Democrats. They're literally taking food from newborn babies just because they don't want to extend the subsidies so that millions of people don't lose their fucking health care. Because nobody can afford for their health care to go up $700-800 extra per fucking month. But the Republicans don't give a fuck about that. The only thing they care about is trying to make the Democrats look bad. Trying to make it look like the Democrats are trying to give trans surgeries and free health care to illegal immigrants, knowing damn well that they're trying to make sure millions of Americans don't lose their fucking health care. Because when people lose their health care and can't be seen by a doctor, they die. If they don't reopen the government within 2 weeks, then they're going to have to rely on state funding for these programs. And most states do not have the fucking funding for these programs. This just goes to show you that the Republicans don't give a fuck about the American people. American families shouldn't have to go hungry just because the Republicans don't want to do their fucking job.
Mike Johnson and other Republican congressmen don't care that these social programs such as food stamps and WIC are running out of money because they don't care for the average American. They only care about the billionaires and the big corporations. So if people are now going hungry, if they're starving, they don't care. They simply don't care. And you know, the real reason of the shutdown is because Republicans wanted to let the insurance premium expire at the end of the year. And Democrats actually want to have the insurance premium continue into next year. Because if they expire, that will mean insurance would double. It would literally double for everyone. But Republicans don't really care. They're okay with insurance doubling. They're okay with programs being underfunded. They're okay with Medicare and Medicaid being slashed. That's what Republicans do. Their policies only help the billionaire class. But MAGA, they got conned. They got conned by Trump. He said he was for the blue-collar worker. He said he was for the little man. No, MAGA. No, he's not. He's for the billionaires. He's for the corporation. You got conned. You're so fucking dumb, MAGA, that you actually fell for this. You fell for the Republican grift. So now you're finding out what it means to have voted for him. And you know the worst part about this? It's you're going to have not just MAGAs being affected, by this government shutdown, you're gonna have everyone being affected, Democrats, Republicans. But you know who's the one who has caused this shutdown? MAGAs, and they did that by having voted for Trump in the election. So MAGAs are the one who need to blame themselves, because now they're the ones who are gonna be going hungry because of this. And all this could have been prevented if they had voted for Kamala Harris. But you know why didn't? Because she wasn't white. MAGA was never voting for a black woman, and they would rather see themselves financially negatively affected than to vote for a black woman. They would rather own the libs than actually help themselves. That's what Paul Ruro's MAGA do. So, I mean, it's not really a surprise. So now with this government shutdown, who knows how long it will last, but I mean, will MAGA learn its lesson and maybe try to improve for the future? No, most likely not. I mean, I don't think they're capable of rational thought, so, but that's just me. Guys, thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate if you made it this far. So I have a question before you go. Are MAGA voters the real welfare queens? Please let me know in the comments. Again, thank you for watching my video. And one more thing, guys, if you made it this far, thank you again for watching my video. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to hit the notification bell. We're still a small channel that's growing, and now your help matters a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I respect all of you.